Hello and welcome to ericaangelo.com where you what? You find love, you fall in love, and you stay in love with ericaangelo.com. Okay, so yesterday I shared with you about being selective in relationships and how I had watched the Avengers finally late, but not sorry because I'm glad I watched it. Okay, so I'm feeling like pretty tough since I watched the movie. To be very honest, I really did come out of the theater like acting like I was a superhero and like doing my hands and like finger guns. I was really mature and very sophisticated and refined as I almost thought about rolling on the floor to pretend as if I was an Avenger. But now that you understand why I'm so amped up, I guess I can take off my shades now because I guess I should communicate better without sunglasses. Okay. So Avengers, I was obsessed with this movie and I was like, how can I tie this into relationships? Because I know I can. And well, I am. Avengers was amazing! But one thing that we can be Avengers with in relationships is Avengers of love. How often listen to your radio? I mean, it drives me bananas. How many like sad songs are out there about love, and so many songs that are based on fear and the opposite of love. It's like, oh boy, you did me wrong, and so that's okay. I'm never gonna talk to you again, and I'll find four or five more guys who are better than you. And it's like, okay, you had your heart broken, so why don't you mend that as opposed to masking it and dating lots of guys who, are probably going to be the same just like your last guy because you have the same energy going, and so you're probably going to attract the same kind of guy. So why don't you get some of your heart healed and then talk about guys? You hear it so many times. It's so out there right now as far as like people who are hurt and basically develop these false perceptions about love, and it's based out of fear as opposed to actual love and unconditional love. It's I'm angry, I'm hurt, I'm confused, and so I'm gonna make decisions out of life out of that. Granted, hey, I've done it. I'm not saying that I have it all figured out because, I mean, you hurt me and chances are, you might see some of my muy caliente Latina side come out. But ultimately, what? We have to get back to love. We have to get back to the heart. And, so many songs don't really point us in that direction. It's get angry, stay in fear of being hurt again. And so, develop false mechanisms to deal with life and deal with relationships. And we get so far away from love that we find ourselves in these, dichotomies of how do I even get back to love? I don't even know how to get back in love. And you can't when you're dancing with fear. Fear is what? It is the opposite of love. And so I want to encourage you to be an avenger of love. That, sometimes even when I hear songs on the radio that talk, that are very jaded and go against what love actually represents, I won't even listen to it because I'm a big believer of, what you listen to, what you watch, you deposit that inside of yourself. And so if I hear stuff that's just like, there's one right now and it's just like, you're someone that I used to know. And I'm like, oh my God, get out of victim mode. Snap out of it. Come on. Go on with life. Get your heart healed. Move on. Don't be in the whiny baby stage forever. Move on. Come on. Snap out of it. And then get back to love, If you've been hurt, if you've been scorned, sometimes it is easy to just fall into that mode of defending fear and defending why love isn't real or why it isn't relevant. But that's not the truth. That is not how you can live life and really expect to live it to the fullest, is based out of fear. You can't do it. If you live your life out of fear, you're only going to see the reward of fear. You're only going to eat the fruit of fear. And who is satisfied living on fear? Not me. I may be satisfied living on caffeine, but fear, I don't think so. Speaking of which, So be an avenger of love, even if you've been through a heartache. And if you have someone who, has gone through a heartache, encourage them to go back to love. One thing I will not do, I will not surround myself with women who are men haters. Will not do it. No. You and your little poison can go over there. you're not going to be in my circle. Me and my circle, we don't hate men. We love men. And the same thing for guys. If you have those guy friends out there and they just hate all women, they are just an advocate for fear. They've been scorned and they refuse to get themselves fixed. So just let them stay in their sickness. But be an avenger of love. Put it out there that love is the way. And when people are hurt, bring them back to love. Don't let them stay in the mess of the opposite sex is so bad. They're just out to get us all. I mean, come on. Really? No. No. Be an avenger of love. And if you haven't seen The Avengers, if you're late like me, go see it. It's so amazing. It will make you run out of the theater feeling like a rock star and a superhero all at once. At least that was my experience. Avengers of Love, ericaangelo.com. If you need some help, go to my website. I've got plenty of free relationship advice there, and I've got a couple books. I've got my swag like that. Mwah. Much love to you from Erica Angelo, aka Avenger by Night of Love.